gosh, dude. This mouse feels so good. I don't even need to say anything. It's just like beautiful. Oh gosh, this mouse is so good. Holy shit. Okay guys, this is a sleeper of a mouse right here. This is the Lamzu Atlantis. This is a special mouse. I'm just saying it right now. There's not many reviews on this thing out yet. I don't know if there's any actually at the time of making this video, but I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be one of the top mice of 2022. This is an absolute beast of a freaking mouse, especially if you're using a claw grip and you have medium to larger hands. This thing is beautiful in the hand. It's so well balanced. So this mouse is $89.99, and the first 1,000 people that order this mouse are going to get glass skates for free. But the unboxing experience here is absolutely fantastic. And inside the box, you get a set of PTFE feet, and then also the extra glass skates if you're one of the first 1,000. Also, you get a velvet bag that you can put your mouse in if you're traveling to a LAN or something, and then you get the mouse itself, the cable, and the dongle. The stock skates that come on this mouse are already fantastic, but of course glass skates, if that's your preference, then these are very, very good, and I would definitely try to be one of the first 1,000 to get that if that's your thing. The cable that comes with this mouse is a USB Type-C cable, and it's angled up so you don't get any drag when you have it plugged in while you're charging, but the mouse has 70 hours of battery life, so that's pretty good, and you're not gonna have the cable plugged in all the time, so really not a big deal either way. It's got a 3395 sensor, and the tracking and wireless performance has been absolutely flawless for me so far. I've had 0 hiccups. It's been completely flawless performance so far with the sensor and the wireless performance. So this mouse only weighs 55 grams, but it is an extremely well balanced weight. The weight distribution on this thing is perfect. I don't know how they could have gotten it any better. It really is phenomenal. It just disappears in your hand when you're using a claw grip. And that's really impressive too, because there's no holes on the exterior of this mouse where your hands touch. Now when you flip the mouse over, there is a hole here, and it's kind of got this exoskeleton design, kind of like the Pulsar X2. But I have not found any creaking or build quality issues on this copy at all. None whatsoever. Nothing rattles, nothing creaks. And in game, just everything has been absolutely perfect so far. Of course, that's just for my copy. I can't speak for all the other copies, but so far the experience has been absolutely fantastic as far as build quality and performance. This mouse is using the Huano pink dot switches, and clicks 1 and 2 feel absolutely super crispy, tactile, lightning fast, really, really responsive, just so well tuned. The side buttons are also super light, poppy, tactile. They sound insane, and the placement and the feel of them is just fantastic. I have no critiques for them at all. They're just incredible. The scroll wheel here is using a TTC Gold encoder, and it feels absolutely fantastic on my copy. It's got a nice grippy rubber to it. It's easy to spam in game. It bounces back. There's no delay. I can scroll it quickly or slowly. It's been fantastic out of game browsing or editing videos or whatever. It's been completely awesome. And overall, all of the buttons on this mouse are fantastic, at least on my copy. And this is a pre-production copy. It's not a final copy. And I can't complain about anything with any of the buttons on this mouse. I'm totally blown away by the quality right here. It's actually crazy good. Now flipping the mouse over, it's very interesting. You've got kind of this exoskeleton design that lets them take a lot of the weight out, but also it's pretty strong and rigid. Like I said, it's had no flexing or creaking or anything like that down here. It's been totally fine. You've got your on and off power switch here, and then you've also got a really stealthy DPI button, which is very hard to see, and you might miss it if you're not looking for it. Then below the DPI button, there is actually a spot for the dongle here. You can just slide that in, and then if you want to put it in the velvet carrying case while you're going to a tournament or something like that, you can totally do that, and that way you don't lose anything and you keep everything nice and secure. So the shape here is inspired by the XM1, but the hump here is a little bit taller. Unfortunately, I don't have my old XM1 to compare to, but honestly, if I was a claw gripper, I would prefer this shape over the XM1. The sides here kind of taper in and then flare out at the top. It's very unique feeling. To me, I think this is an absolutely insane claw gripping mouse for medium to larger handed users. I wouldn't recommend it for small handed users. It's going to be a little bit too big and too awkward for you. My hands are 19 by 11 and it fits me perfectly when I'm using a claw grip. Unfortunately, I can't aim as well using a true claw grip, but if I did, I guarantee you this is the only mouse I'd be using right now. It is absolutely incredibly well designed for claw grip. Now, obviously that's a very subjective take, right? Like everybody's gonna have their own preferences for how they claw grip, but for me, when I'm pushing the mouse back into my lower palm, it just fits perfectly. And then also if I wanna use a claw grip where my knuckles are pushing down on the top of the mouse, I get a lot of control like that. and it just feels very comfortable and precise. So I know a lot of you are going to be wondering how this compares to the Pulsar X2, and honestly, if you are a traditional claw gripper and you don't want a smaller mouse, go with the Lamzu. Like straight up, it is an insane mouse. The weight distribution is much better on this mouse than it is on the Pulsar, and the clicks are way better on my Lamzu also than they are on my Pulsar mouse. And this is a retail copy, so I'm kind of surprised by that. The clicks were a little bit disappointing on the Pulsar. It's still a fantastic mouse, but it's a different shape. Not quite as good for claw gripping on this one because the hump is not quite as tall, not quite as hand feeling. And also the Lamzu kind of tapers in on the front, so you get a little bit more of a precise feeling with the front of your fingers when you're claw gripping than you do on the Pulsar X2. Of course, that's going to be a very subjective thing, but that's my opinion. And all day, I would recommend the Lamzu Atlantis over the Pulsar X2 if you're a traditional claw gripper. If you mix it up a little bit and you maybe you do fingertip grip or kind of like a hybrid claw grip, then I would point you towards the X2 for sure. But just for pure claw gripping, go with the Lamzu, man. I'm telling you guys, this mouse is insane. So I think there's really not a whole lot to think about here. If you're looking for a wireless mouse that is not too small, not like something like the Starlight 12 medium or the small, those are definitely smaller than this mouse. If you want something that's similar in size to the XM1, a little bit bigger than the Pulsar X2, this is pretty much what I would recommend you right now. This mouse is bananas, especially for 90 bucks. You're not gonna beat that value. So yeah, if you guys can't tell, I'm completely blown away and shocked by this mouse. Highly recommend it for $90. You cannot go wrong if you're claw gripping. If you guys have any questions about this mouse, drop me a comment and I'll try to get to it when I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.